The next section of the application is your academic history. This is where you are going to input every single course you've taken in your college education. And so this can take a little bit of time to fill out this portion. I'm also going to show you a couple of tips so that you have a clear understanding of how to do this correctly, as some of it can be a little bit confusing. So let's go ahead and jump in. Once you click on the academic history, you'll see the various sections that need to be completed, starting with the high schools that you attended. We will go ahead and start with colleges attended, and you can see here I've entered Santa Rosa Junior College as my college that I've attended. I started in June of 2019 and I'm still attending, and I attend SRJC, which is on the semester system. And I'm earning an Associate of Arts for transfer, and I'm expected to earn that degree in May of 2022. If you attended more than one college, then you would list every single college that you have attended in this section. The next portion is where you enter your college coursework. So in here, you can see that I started off in summer of 2019 by taking Counseling 270 at SRJC. I also took an AP World History test in high school, and I earned a passing score of 3 or higher. So I'm also including that in this section. And in the Canvas resource library, you can find more information on the AP scores and how to enter your credits. You'll notice here that I put my summer term as summer 1. So they give you the option of putting summer 1 or summer 2. Just choose summer 1, that's fine. You put in the year, and then it asks for your academic status. What you're going to do is look at your SRJC transcript and basically split it in half. And the first part of your academic history will be, you'll be a freshman for academic status, and the second part you'll be a sophomore. Again, the CSU application is used not only for transfer applicants, but for freshman applicants as well as graduate school. So for us, you're either a freshman or a sophomore at SRJC, no matter how long you've been here. And then this is a semester that I have completed, so I can put my grades in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and look at the next semester, which was fall of 2019. You can see the courses that I have taken here, and I've entered all of those. And then let's go ahead and look at this semester here, spring of 20. I took Political Science 1, and my grade I have listed here is AR for academic renewal. What that means is I took the class and I earned a D or F grade, but I petitioned SRJC to have that grade removed from the calculation of my GPA. On my SRJC transcript, it still shows the D or F grade, but the units are in brackets and are not being calculated into the GPA. And on my transcript, on the far right-hand side, there's a code of 40, which indicates academic renewal. So you want to view your transcript very carefully, and if you have petitioned for academic renewal, you want to put AR for your grade, because you do not want a D or F grade calculated into your GPA when it should not be there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to edit this screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So here for my grade, I just entered AR. I did not check the box that the course is transferable. So because that was an AR grade, I did not check that. Okay, I do want to show you one thing. You can see right now the save box is blue and I could save. If I remove that and let's say I put the D there, this is grayed out and I can't save it. And a lot of students get very confused on this. Why can't I save? You simply have to click on this CAS box and the D will go there and then you can save it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change that back to AR, click on the box and save it. So let's move down and look at another semester. I took summer, and then here I took Psych 3. And this is a class I repeated. So I took it in fall of 2020. I got a D or F grade, and I repeated it. So my grade, instead of the D or F, I'm putting RP for repeat. On your SRJC transcript, it would look similar as the AR. The units would be in brackets, but on the far right-hand side, you would have a code of 05, meaning that it was repeated. When you look at my next semester, you see here in spring of 2021, I completed Psych 3 with a grade of A. You'll also notice I've listed the classes I've gotten W's in, and I have not marked those classes as transferable. Your other option is if instead of a W, if you got an EW for an excused withdrawal, you can also put that down as well, and the CSU recognizes that. Click on that box and hit save, and now you'll see that I have EWs there. All right, moving along, here's what I'm taking for fall of 2021. So I'm putting those classes in. And then I've also put in what I plan to take in spring of 2022. Now, if this changes, you'll have the opportunity to inform the CSU when you do the application update in January. So let's say you tell them you're going to take Child Development 10, but instead you take Child Development 51. That's fine, and you can inform them when you do the update in January. I wanted to point out one other thing. The subject matter can sometimes be a little bit tricky. This is nothing that would get your application denied if you put in the wrong subject area, but this class has work experience. So when I go down, there is no work experience in here. So I'm actually just going to select special topics for that class. A couple other things that can be a little bit confusing to students. A lot of times students don't know what to put down for library 10, and there is a library science there. You can put library science. So you're just going to try to get as close as you can on the subject area. Don't let this hang you up, okay? The other thing I want to point out is the units. So this class, work experience, I'm taking for 2.5 units. So it's 2.50, okay? Maybe I was only going to take that for half a unit. I would put a 0 there and then the 50. So just recognize that when you're doing your units, if it is a half a unit class or has a half a unit in it, you would just simply mark the 50. We do have a couple classes that are 0.25, but that's really it. You would be 0, 0.25 if it was like a EMC class or something, or the 50 is the most common. All right, so I'm going to save that, and that will complete my college coursework section. And then going on, I would go to standardized tests. So here's where I put in my advanced history or my advanced placement history exam, and I told them I got a score of 3. And then the next section is your general education. So this is needed for admissions purposes. So they want to know, when did you do Area A1, your speech, your English, critical thinking, and math. This brings up your entire coursework. So you have to carefully find the class that you're using. And like if I had Comms 10, I don't want to select Comms 10 because that's not an Area A1. I want to select Comms 1. Okay, and then it brings up the grade or if it's in progress or planned. And then I would save and continue, and that completes the academic history portion of the CSU application.